Hello. I meant to get iced first, so I will be back in 1 second. Thank you. All right. Guess who's back? Back again. Dion's back. Tell a friend. Here's kind of a cool background. They actually put some new ones out. Kind of cool. Ooh. I don't like too much stuff going around though, because it's distracting. You know, it doesn't quite fit. Right here, this one's kind of chippy. It's moving very slow. You can tell. Slow. In fact, I doubt anybody's even going to catch this one because it did not come up on Facebook very quickly. So, does our past define who we are today? Now, it's funny because when I go live here and I see it, it says I have one person, but it doesn't show up here. That's weird. Okay. So, all right. So, it's funny, like when it comes to your phone, no! Like when you drop your phone, it's always like slow-mo. No. All right. And then you'll sacrifice your foot. Sacrifice your foot. It's probably easier to replace your phone than a foot. All right. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I am your host. I had a person here, but they left. So, yeah. Cup of tea. Oi. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's okay. If you're here, please say hello. All right. You may like this one. You may not. You may think I'm full of shit. Who knows? Right? I mean, I will cover what my experience is, how I feel about this. But really, I think this is going to be up to you. But the short answer would be absolutely. Everything that has ever happened to me has made me who I am today. Everything, good or bad. And I love me today. All right. Now, am I the person that I used to be? No. That's part of the story, my friends. What happened? Well, it's very when we talk, we hardly ever talk about why we got sober, because I don't think a lot of people even know why they got sober, or what they don't want to do is admit that maybe they got sober for somebody else, and they don't want to go into a meeting and say, well, I got sober because of my wife and kids, and people say, well, you got used for yourself, because they don't understand the program. They just want a two-step, right? We've all done. I didn't do the best stuff, but it happened. So I kind of feel like when we run around and say, My past does not define who I am today. I think we are being kind of short sighted and closed minded. I think that's a good way. I think that sounds like a good excuse to not do a 4-step, right? People can change. Look at Robert Downey Jr. Great example. Okay. Great example. Still should not be the face of AA or recovery. No, nobody is. That's part of the problem out there right now. People out there trying to be the face of recovery. Stop it. You're not the face of recovery. Okay, that's not recovery is not done by popularity. It's done in communities. Okay. Online is a community. Yeah, it's a type of community, you bet. There's a lot of different types of community. There's community you live in. There's your community of people online. There's the community of people in your neighborhood, your neighbors. Your family is a community of people. Yeah, this is all community. Community is also fellowship. In our world, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. But everything you did made you who you are today. And denying it by saying, my past doesn't define who I am today, tells me that you haven't accepted your past yet. You haven't come to the agreement that it has happened. We call that denial. That's nothing short of denial. What kind of happened in the beginning was people kept telling you what you were, so you started following that, but they were wrong on what you should be, what you could be, these different types of things. Now, a lot of us have, let's put it this way. So what? I'm supposed to go through my past, right? Because not everything was bad. Not everything was bad. I had a lot of really good times in life. So I'm not gonna take those two. This is an all or nothing situation. This is black or white. There is no gray in this area. You either do it or you don't. You're either pregnant or you're not. I'm out of bubbles. Our AC guy isn't coming till tomorrow now. His car broke down. No, his car didn't break down. It's Monday and he's an alcoholic. It's life, man. It's life. I know this. Maybe the car did break down, but I'm more apt to believe that it was 5 o'clock somewhere. I know how it goes. Okay. So they'll be here tomorrow. It's life. Again, if the AC is the worst of my problems today, I will take it. I will take that, man. So don't deny. Stop denying who you are, man. Okay? Because if I deny my past, because there's things in this world that I'm going to need to do. Let's talk about being dangerous. Okay? You need to know exactly how dangerous you are. And then you need to pull it back. We call that integrity. I know exactly what I'm capable of. I know exactly what I'm capable of. And I'm capable of harm. Yes, I am. Given the right situation, I might react. I don't want a what if. Okay. I'm extremely protective of my house. If I don't know you and you're in my yard, yeah, we're going to have a problem. Even if your dog is in my yard. I yelled at my neighbor the other day. Keep your dog out of my yard, dude. Just, I don't, this person has not come over and introduced themselves yet. I don't fucking know them, but you're going to let your dog run around in my yard and I got to pick up the dog shit? I don't think so. Get the fuck out of my yard. I'm like the old man. Get off my lawn. I'm gonna be Clint Eastwood when I get older. When I grow up, I'll be Clint Eastwood. All right. Hey, is my, you know what? Everything I've never had shit. So yeah, I feel a little selfish about my house. I worked fucking hard. My wife worked even harder. So yeah, I protect it. You know, I feel like when we decide not to use our past, here's the thing. If you decide that your past does not define you, you're probably not going to help many people. Why? Because how are you going to use your experience? That's how we get other people sober. Actually, we don't even get people sober. We get them to the point of willingness. Beyond that, it's between them and their higher power. I cannot get someone sober. I can lead them, I can guide them, I can show them, but I can't do it. It's physically impossible. Okay? That person has got to go through the motions. Right? Yeah. You'll deny yourself certain things. If you decide that your past doesn't define you, you are going to create trauma in your life because you're denying your own existence, man. You're denying everything that happened. And that goes against all the principles of AA because the first principle is honesty. Do you know that? No, you didn't when you first came in. We don't tell you that. Why? Because we already know that we already know you're dishonest. I know this. You were born that way. How do I know it? Because me too. Hashtag me too, dudes. So I'm a fucking liar too. Okay? How did I quit lying? I started telling the truth as best I could. Not all of it was true. In the beginning, 95% of it was bullshit. But the people in the rooms had enough patience and tolerance to understand that I was going through stages. And that the stage I was in was the stage that I was supposed to be in. So don't deny who you are. That is extremely unfair to you. And denial is not a river in Africa. Just check to see if anybody's showed up and how far we're off. Only 15-second lag. That's not bad. It's not bad. This one isn't going to be too awfully long. When I have people talking and stuff, it's usually longer. So because they get me going. Okay, so saying that our past doesn't define who we are is it just doesn't work. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to accept who I was. Okay. It says in the big book that at any point, where is it? Where is it? Let's just go ahead and read it. It's in the family afterward. I think it's page 132. No, close. We're almost there. All right. Now, so page 124. The painful past may be of infinite value to other families still struggling with their problem. Now, if you deny your past, you won't be able to do this. If you deny who you were, you will not be able to accomplish the fourth step. Stop it. Quit doing it. This is shit advice. Doesn't define who I am. Okay, then who are you? Then tell me. You define to me who you are. And go. Right? You know what you're going to do from that? You're going to try and determine your worth. And that ain't going to work. There's only one thing in this whole world that can actually determine my worth. That's the man upstairs. Or woman, or however you want to think on it. Okay? I like to help include people, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make, I'm sorry, but, pick a name, let's go with it, and let's move forward, all right? Because I could give a fuck less where you come from. Okay? Don't try and be terminally unique around me. You're a child of God, period. Okay? We think each family which has been relieved owes something to those who do not. I think that the problem is when we don't want to look at our past and understand that it defines us, because we don't want to do this. We don't want to change. That is what we call two-stepping. Two-stepping is step 1 and 12. I watch it all the time. They're called bleeding deacons. These are usually people that had about 3-4 years, went out, and are now back and have decided not to get a sponsor or not follow their sponsor because they had 4 years. So they think they know better. I'm so glad when I came back in that I knew that I didn't know anything. That had already been instilled in me when I was 18. I knew nothing. So I was grateful. I was grateful that I came in and understood that. Okay. But here's the thing. I cannot deny who I am. I deny who I am, and then I won't become what I am. I will just continue being fake. And when the occasion requires, each member of it should be only too willing to bring former mistakes, no matter how grievous, out of their hiding place. If you don't know, you don't know. You cannot transmit something you do not have. You can try. You can probably fake it for a minute, but it ain't going to last very long. Not in AA. Not in 12-step groups. They'll see right through that shit. Why? Because we did it too. Okay? You cannot bullshit a bullshitter. Showing others who suffer how we are given this help is the very thing which makes life seem so worthwhile to us now. Did I say hi, Gary? If I didn't, hello. And I didn't share this anywhere. I think I just threw it in Trudge together. That was it. So, all right, showing others who suffer how we're given help is the very thing which makes life seem so worthwhile. So we say, stick around, wait for the miracle to happen. And we tend to think that the miracle is the obsession being lifted. Nope, that's not it. That's the perfect release. It is a miracle of sorts. Don't get me wrong. But that's not the miracle we're talking about. Nope. The miracle we're talking about doesn't happen until you start working with others. And if you have denied your past, you won't be able to help others. You'll flounder. People ask you to, you'll be one of those people where, you're willing to sponsor, but you call yourself a closed mouth friend so that you can make the qualification of something. Okay. Self-knowledge doesn't work. I have a lot of self-knowledge. I have a ton of it. But until I became a person that could work with it, see, a self-help book doesn't help until you know how to help yourself. That's why it never worked for you. You don't know how to help yourself. If you knew how to help yourself, we wouldn't be here. I still don't know how to help myself. What does that mean? It means I need God's children in my life. See, God will make my problems bigger than me so that I reach out to his children. Another misnomer. God never gives me more than I can handle. Bullshit. You just don't want to ask for help. Quit lying to yourself. Just stop lying to yourself, man. It's not easy to do when you're a person like me who's been lying to himself all of his fucking life. To find out I was wrong, which was like the best fucking thing in the world when I got here. I was so happy I was wrong. There are times now when I want to be wrong, like my gut's telling me something and it's something bad and I just want to be wrong. But I know I'm not. Okay? Cling to the thought that in God's hands, the dark past is the greatest possession you have. Why are you going to deny the greatest possession you have? That's silly. And what's worse is a lot of people are not going to watch this because of the title. And then they're going to miss out. They're going to miss out. They're going to miss this. They're going to go, oh, fuck. Okay? Don't deny that. It is your best freaking possession, your greatest possession. The key to life and happiness for others. Maybe you don't want it for others. Call that jealousy. What if they become better than me? What? People think like that. Whenever I work with somebody, my thought is, God, I hope I hope they do this better than me, because I fucked around. My children, I want them to be better than me. I want them to exceed me. That's the whole point. The whole reason I start everything is so I can build it big enough to hand it over to somebody who's probably better at it. All right. With it, you can avert death and misery for them. You can avert misery and death. So stop fucking denying it. So stop denying the fact that God gave you a fucking gift and you want to deny it. Just stop, man. Okay? It isn't easy to accept that you just might be a good person. Okay? God don't make junk. It's what we do with it. So take your God-given gifts of helping other people, accept your past. Okay? When you say something like, my past doesn't define me, what I hear is, I lack courage. Did your past make who you are today? Yes. Or you wouldn't be who you are. Do you love yourself today? Yes. Then you're not the type of person that says, my past doesn't define me. Because you love yourself. Therefore, you don't need to say that. It's kind of like starting a sentence off with, to be honest. Why do you need to say that? You're already full of shit. Well, to be honest, here comes a load of crap. Right? Ooh, people are like, I see that. I know. I used to too. Don't get mad at me. This is shit I used to do. So don't be getting mad at me. I ain't pointing the finger at you. I'm pointing the finger at me. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about you. If it's hitting home, then hallelujah, man. Then good. Then keep your mind open and maybe think, am I doing that? Is that why Dion's pissing me off? Because I'm doing that? Huh. Yeah. See, I understand some things. I understand that people will not do anything about anything unless it's affecting them. So I make it affect you. That's what I do. I'm if my Facebook doesn't say I'm here to make friends, la di da di da, it says I ruin drinking careers, exclamation point. That's what I do. People are like, what do you do for a living? Why ruin drinking careers? Oh, how much does that pay? Well, I don't know. You tell me how much it pays. I love you. Thanks everybody for being here. Gary, it's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I hope some people catch this on the rewatch, man, because I think there's a lot of good stuff in this one. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. I love you. Peace out.